What it do? It is day 7. Would have arrived today last week on September 5th. The first words out of my mouth on day 0 episode was, it's August 5th. That was a total lie. Well, not a lie, just stupidity. But I'm sure everyone is so relieved to get that correction. Doing some laundry, just editing the videos, eating meat in town, getting ready for tomorrow. It's such a weird week before session, which is the 7-day full intense practice period. The week before, everyone's kind of lazy. We don't even have to sit. It's not even required. But I'm gonna continue to sit. I'm gonna continue to wake up at 5:30 in the morning to sit for the full hour with the walking meditation in between. By the way, that's called kinhin. And yeah, because I haven't been meditating at all before I got here, maybe 20 minutes a day here and there. Just got out of the shower. Gotta make sure my receding hairline is properly fixed. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it going because, man, when you get into session, don't talk, don't write, sitting like that for so long, you can't prepare enough, and it's just like, boom, you're in it. We'll see. So I gotta keep sitting and getting my back. It's just my back. It's the boredom in the back. Just that whiny, what am I doing? Like a kid, like a little baby. God, what I would give to get rid of that part of me. Wah. Also, I gotta keep sitting because I got invited to this event in Boise Friday, Saturday. So I'll be taking, pretty much 3 days off. I'll do Thursday, work half the day, get down to LAX, and then fly up there. I'll be landing late. Yeah. Gotta put on my marketing business face, and part of what I'm doing here is working, so I think I'm starting to go on. Anyway, let's see what else happens today.
So I almost stepped on this little guy. Goes? Well, I won't bother him too much. There's a Satan right there.
Buddha Hall, kitchen area. Yeah, I'll show you the main zendo as well, which I've never meditated in as a group, but it is the main meditation hall. I guess used primarily when there's lots of people here. Obviously, there's another toilet area right there. Okay. I guess the reason we don't do a lot of stuff here is because it's really hard to heat this room. This is such a small little thing, but it is quite beautiful. Bow when we cross. Oh, the altar. Normally, of course, everyone would be lined up on the sides, looking outward. But these benches here, they are used for really strict Soto schools. Soto is a type of Zen Buddhism. There's 2 major schools, Soto and Rinzai. And what they do is instead of sitting on the ground facing inward, these benches are placed around the periphery. They actually sit up on them with their cushions and they face the wall. And this is what I do at home, actually. I sit and I face the wall like this. And I find a little dot or something. And I just focus on that dot and I look at the wall. And Rinzai, you face out towards the room. The Soto school, which is officially what our school is kind of says you're already enlightened. You just need to realize it. So quiet, be quiet, quiet your mind, quiet everything. Life is life. This is life. This is what I see. And then Rinzai is more strict in saying we will discipline ourselves a bit more and reach enlightenment. We will gain enlightenment through purification. We're officially Soto, which is really like a Japanese form. And Rinzai really did come from more China, I think. But we incorporate Soto and Rinzai stuff. Also included in Rinzai training is the study of koan, which is those weird, funny Zen riddles that you can't really solve with the intellect. You can look that stuff up, but one hand clapping, tree falls in the woods. Does a dog have Buddha nature? But we also incorporate this Rinzai practice of koan study, whereas pure Soto schools, the ones who have these benches and face the wall, they rely more on a practice called shikantaza, which is just sitting. You do nothing but just sit. You are nailing the sittingness of your existence. Basically means you're doing nothing. There's no doing of thoughts. Thoughts happen, but there's nothing you actually do. Whereas with koan, you are pounding your mind on this problem. I don't even want to talk about koans because I guess I could talk more about that later. But our school is really a mix between Soto and Rinzai. But I mean, really, they really do agree on most things. In fact, I mean, it's almost indistinguishable, the two schools. Rinzai's more like the master, they'll say, don't move when you meditate, like do not move, and do everything strict and very, very formal, very strict. The master will yell at you, or yell at the room, go like, wake up, and things like this. I heard stories of modern masters grabbing students and looking them and saying, wake up, people are dying, you have a cold. This is actually Soan's master, Clint's master, who did this, which I really like. I guess this guy was really kind of sniveling and really making a big dramatic production about the fact that he had a cold, during sesshin, and the master just said enough. And doing this kind of thing where he grabbed him and did this is referred to as skillful means. In other words, you have to be very skilled to do this kind of thing, otherwise you'll get sued, people will have traumatic experiences and all this. But I like it. You can get right in there with a student, right where they're at, and switch it right there, like really almost like surgery with their neurology, and just kind of flip that switch for them. It's great. So, I respect the Rinzai school for things like this. During the last day of a 7-day intensive, I came in, like, oh, all cheery, and everyone's just like, oh, God, sore and just straight with their head. And I sat down, and I'm saying, okay, I'm going to sit for an hour and a half, so I better clear my nose. So I start going, before the bell rang, and the guy heading up the sesshin, the retreat, he said, don't sniff! And I went, and the rest of the sitting, I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe he yelled at me. I can't believe he yelled. And that's what I'm dealing with the whole time. It's similar when they smack you on the back with the stick. Okay. And you're just like, and like the first time I got smacked, man, that was intense. It might have been the same sitting, actually, after he'd yell at me for not sniffing. It was the last day, so then we had a closing ceremony where everybody is sharing one at a time. They came to me, and I'd only been there like half a day, I know I've only been here half a day. I really appreciate everyone who went through this, and I learned, I don't know, some bullshit that was not relevant to anyone. Whatever I had to say about what I learned didn't matter, but then I said, I also learned not to sniff. And the whole room erupted in laughter. Not this room, but down in the Buddha hall. The guy who told me, don't sniff, he goes, oh man, that was you? Oh, I wouldn't have told you that. I didn't know it was you. It's harsh. Zen can be harsh, but it's fair. And a lot of people get screwed up on that. They think they've been unfairly treated. And I'm sure it does happen. I'm sure there's cases where people are being treated unfairly. But most, like 99% of the time, because the whole time we're trying to show off, and I'm practicing Zen. And thankfully, you just get cut down for that, And then we think, oh my God, that's so abusive. And why am I showing off? Why am I so offended if someone corrects me? I mean, this says a lot about our psychology, about our self-identity and things like this. And this is what we're here to examine. You come up here, and they're going to tell you what to do. But you just, when you learn to just shut up and do it, you learn that they're not trying to attack you, You learn it's freeing you of these ideas that you have about, oh, they can't treat me that way. Don't they know who I am? I've done this for 15 years. Pride. It's always pride. Pride's always the last hurdle, man. And that's where that whiny stuff comes from, is pride, You're saying that you're better than Zen, which is a ridiculous statement in the first place, because Zen is just what you are, or Zen is the absence of pride and identity and things like this, or the disassociation from it. It's saying you're better than Zen, and you're better than God, you're better than Jesus, you're better than Buddha, you're better than Muhammad or whatever, you're better than Yahweh, and that's what it is, and that's the whole problem. I mean, God, whatever you want to call it. Oh no, oh God, I'm I'm on a philosophical, metaphysical rant here. Oh, God. It's just your mind. It's just life. Life. Pure existence, whatever you want to call it. Saying you're better than that. It makes no sense. How are you better than what you are? That is the ego. That is the ego. That doesn't even exist. Even the ego doesn't exist. It's just like a trip, like you tripped over a mind mistake or something, you know. Anyway, so you're going to face a lot of shit here, a lot of humility. Humble, you become humble and really humble, not fake humble. Okay, I got to wrap it up here. Hey guys, day 7, nighttime. Oh, here comes Sohan. Look who we have here. It's Sohan. What's up? Yeah. All right, I'll cut for now. Okay, so Sohan's gone after that strange entrance. Anyway. Thanks for watching.